held later tonight in the Ivorian capital of Abidjan, and the Super Eagles will know their likely group opponents once those draws are held. And of course, on this program, we shall be keeping an eye on those draws much later in the day, and hopefully tomorrow we'll give you a complete roundup. But ahead of this draw, Salifu, a lot of speculations of which of the groups the Super Eagles might eventually fall into. Some already predicting that the Eagles might be in the group of death, but tonight we will find out if that will be the case.
Yeah, absolutely. All the predictions, whatever anybody is doing, but at the end of the day, let's enjoy the next 3 hours or 4 hours about to be able to know who are the likely opponent of the Super Eagles in the group stage of the competition. But like I keep on saying, once you are going to the war, there's no need to be there's no need to be afraid of anybody. You can't choose your opponent. If you are going to the war, you should be ready to confront anybody that comes your way. And I believe that the Super Eagles are battle ready, and whoever will likely be the likely opponent. I think Super Eagles are ready to go, but I don't believe in the idea that some people pray that I pray for a weaker group. There's nothing like weaker group.
Yeah.
Every team that has qualified for these competitions is also a strong opponent. Remember, out of it was only 24 teams that will participate in these competitions, and over 53 countries compete for a space. And at the end of the day, only 24 make a space. So out of 53 countries in the continent, and 24 make the final spot, it clearly shows that those that are coming to this country, they are not just a pushover. So for them to qualify to be in this group, they may also force hard and prepare hard to be here. So there's no need for you to choose an opponent who will be likely to pick. I know there's no need. I pray for a weaker opponent. No. All you need, if you are going for a competition, it should be ready for you, and that's why everyone that is coming to this competition, no matter your strong position, your first point is to come to perform or probably to win. So everybody is a potential winner, and if you want to win, you must be ready to face anybody that comes your way as an opponent.
No, I mean, rightly said, if there are lessons to be learned from even the last World Cup, you could see clearly some groups where on paper you could pick that this and these teams will qualify, but at the end of the day, the likes of Germany, so many big teams couldn't even make it out of the first round in that World Cup when they were paired against other teams. So I think that World Cup is a lesson that, look, like you said, there are no easy groups anymore.
Yes, absolutely. You have end the whole story. There's no need. Sometimes where you won't predict that. Okay, just like you rightly say, we see the surprise, a lot of surprise at the last World Cup. Like rightly say, there's no anybody will tell you that Germany will not make out of the group stage. Obviously, Germany could not even go out of the group stage. Even the same, even Spain, despite their fine start of the competition, they couldn't go find the competition. Morocco, that no, if you have to select whose team are likely going to be the first runner that will just for the first runner, you definitely pick Morocco as one of those that will the competition at least. But Morocco got all the way to become the number 4 team, play the fourth in semi-final and be the last four among the last four. So really, there's nothing like an easy group or a weaker opponent in the round of that game up to today. Housework is 11 versus 11 on the pitch.
All right, to some other Super Eagles news. Of course, tomorrow the Eagles will be in action once again in Portugal against Saudi Arabia, and it's almost, if not completely, a full house with the arrival of the likes of Kelechi Iheanacho and Fisayo Dele Bashiru, who reported for international duty yesterday, just shortly before training. So, as it is now, it's a full house out there in Portugal, except still awaiting the arrival of goalkeepers Rolun Leke Ojo and Adebayo Adeleye. But full house, I mean, if you ask me, Kelechi is already there, except for one or two other players who are yet to come to camp. But as it stands now, I think we are ready for the encounter tomorrow.
We are still ready because with the players, the players in the camp, Pesero already have his first 11, even though his second 11 are already available in the team. So there's no anyone to worry about anything. And I think it's very correct. And just like I keep on saying, that match, don't we study the strength of the opponent? we don't reckon to see Saudi Arabia as a very strong football nation, but that was in the past, as I keep on saying. Since Saudi Arabia has also proved that they are also a force to reckon when it comes to football, especially their last outing at the World Cup. Who were not at the last World Cup. So by even that standard, they are even ahead of us. So and then they are looking at in terms of their league has also become one of the very strong, one of the strongest league in the world at the moment. We have all kinds of players. Despite that the strength of all high profile players that are moving to the league, you cannot also not undermine the local players who are playing in the league.
This guys always rub off on the local players.
The local player, and if you're looking at that, the complete squad that all the players that have been invited by Roberto Machino, they are all local based players. That clearly shows because players that are playing within the same league, they have the same chemistry, they have the same understanding, compared unlike Nigeria that we pick from here, you bring them to assemble them together. So Nigerians should be mindful on how they approach that game tomorrow. Yes, obviously it's just a warm-up, or it's just for a preparation, it's just a tested game, but a whole lot is at stake in that match. In terms of your pedigree, your name is matter. Robert Machino's be one of his first major matches take up that match. Want to prove that yes, he has what it takes to manage the Saudi Arabia and to take them to the greater height when into the round in the game of football. And per se, who Nigerians are not too convinced about his tactical so far, we also want to see, because obviously all the strong team he has come against since he took up the Super Eagles job has ended on a defeat, and we want to see a change in this particular match tomorrow.
Of course, still on the Super Eagles, we call former Super Eagles goalkeeper. I'm sure a lot of people are beginning to forget him now. Maduka Okoye was handed a late call-up to the Super Eagles squad. Recall that the last time Maduka Okoye featured for the Super Eagles was in the round of 16 clash against Tunisia at the 2021 AFCON, where Nigeria were actually knocked out by Tunisia. And recall that a lot of Nigerians never forgave him after that match, because a lot felt that it was due to some little errors, and since then somehow looks like he has been frozen out of the team, made the move to Udinese, but even there he's yet to feature in any competitive game for the club. And well, I think he's been invitation. Well, let's see how it goes, especially for the fact that Adebayo Adele, who plays in Hapoel Jerusalem, understandably not available. Then Ojo of Eyimba not yet in camp. So Malika has been given a chance once again. And for Uzoho also not doing well, hasn't featured competitive for his club in so many months. So Malika might have another opportunity to start to rebuild his career with Eagles once again.
Well, I think we pray that we'll be able to have to get this problematic about goalkeeping department solved before the AFCON. We have a major headache there, the goalkeeping department. Okoye, like you correctly say, the last match he played for the Super Eagles was at the round of 16, as you correctly say, and a whole lot of Nigeria were not comfortable with the way he handled that match that day, and even his own reaction. Players need to learn. Because you are representing the whole nation, and if you are representing the whole nation, you should also see us in as much as you shouldn't feel that you are doing the country a favor. Yes, you are representing the nation, for the whole country to choose you out of many, to stand for them out of millions of people. They have a high level of respect, a high level of confidence to put you there. And it is also honor beckon on you to respect that junction and to realize that yes, you have given me this opportunity and I have all it takes to protect your interests. And when they find react sometimes to your attitudes and to your performance, you have to take it in good faith. For instance, look at Maguire. Despite all the insult, everybody that has pasted on him, the guy still remains committed to England. He has never one day said, no, I'm not going to play for England again. But he has taken all the issues to the extent even his family has to get angry over it. They say, I don't want to play. But still, and by now, I think the England fans have begun to have some faith in him. Back in him again. When the Master United, I still have some faith back in him again. You need to take root in faith, the reactions of the fans. Not yes, you if you are okay. For instance, if you are responsible for a goal, or the player accuse you for a goal, all you need to do, well, yes, we are sorry. These are the all you need to do is to prove them wrong in the next match. But when you overreact, as if that without you there cannot be anybody, as if you are doing the country a favor, Yes, no, but it's a teamwork. And sometimes even me, sometimes I'm not comfortable when we single out a particular player for a blame when the team lost. But I believe it's a teamwork. But before the ball get to the keeper, he has passed through many players before he get to him. But for you to take it as a blame or take it overreact and take it as if you have been a country, it's not even ongoing. And I believe it's because of his reaction that he even led to his frozen out of the team for over
Of course, of
over
course.
this years.
And you can see that he has even affected club football because
Obviously,
once you don't play for your national team, even you're not considered as
particularly in a
serious
goalkeeping
player.
department,
Exactly.
when you are number one goalkeeper in your country, it matters a lot.
Very well. Very well. All right, to some NPFL news now, where the league body is taking steps to curb the unsporting activities of ball boys of some clubs. I mean, when I read the story, it was really funny, and you can see why there are so many problems in our league. Of course, in a memo, Davidson Oumi, chief operating officer of the league, sent to the club, he said, I mean, angry about the situation where a match is being played, especially the home teams, and when the balls rolls out for maybe a throwing or corner, some of the ball boys take the balls and hide
Hide it all.
or refuse to return it on time, wasting time, all kinds of tactics.
And that instruction is passed to them by the host team,
That's what
by
we're
the
saying.
managers,
That's
by
what
the
we're saying. We know
manager
how
of the
these things
club.
work. Exactly.
When they are the lead, when they are leading.
Exactly. And the league body is saying, look, we will tolerate this. But you see, all these kinds of things are things that have made the league where it is still today.
As like the former president would say,
Yeah,
where.
exactly.
So, but it's just it's really unfortunate.
Exactly.
But also this thing is happening because we don't play by the rule and we don't apply rule.
Yes.
Because if you are playing by the rule and we are applying rule, no club will dare take that sort of action. So it's not about sending the warning. It's about the league organizer to do the right thing and win the big stake. By the time you win the big stake, I think everybody will be cautious to stay right.
All right, to some table tennis now. The likes of India, Kenya, Uganda, Benin Republic, Togo, and South Africa, and host Nigeria will be among the nations that will compete at this year's ITTF Lagos Para Open tournament, which begins actually today till the 14th at the Molade Okoya Thomas Hall of Teslim Balogun Stadium. LOC Chairman Sunday Odebody said the tournament has received the full sanction by the World Table Tennis Ruling Body, while the tournament has helped to unearth more top stars for Nigeria. Well, good one, if you ask me, for an ITTF table tennis, though para, but I mean, it's ITTF sanctioned, so it gives it a
ranking point.
exactly.
For that ranking point, that has make it a standard, and you can see the quality of the players, even international countries are also coming to participate. Well, good one. Kudos to the para tennis federations.
First, now moving on to some bit of transfer news or transfer speculation, where it's been revealed that Chelsea have added Eagles and Napoli striker Victor Osimhen to their list of possible January targets. So far, Chelsea are hunting for a new centre forward and are already looking at Brentford Ivan Toney, who is also attracting interest from Arsenal. Of course, Osimhen's story. Of course, I even saw some other reports that were even suggesting a move. Arsenal planning a January move, but let's see how that pans out. But this still remains in the realm of rumors for now.
Yeah, it's still one of those flying stories in the transfer market. Sometimes you don't even know where it's even coming from. Sometimes I see most of those stories being speculated by agent. You know, sometimes if agent wanted to hype the profile of their player, they give those stories to the newsmen. Okay, particular club is already making inquiry about my player, and all to put pressure about the club player, about the player current club. For instance, if they feel that their player is not being treated well where he is, they're trying to fly this story so that their player, the club should begin to respect the players or probably to negotiate the contract or thereabout. But what is obviously I don't, in as much as what has happened for Osimhen in the last one about a month ago for signing the crisis between him and the club over the video trending about his missing penalty. I think that has led to rest, and I don't think Osimhen will move out of Napoli in this January. But sometimes in football, you can never tell. Some of those things can only happen. But see Osimhen going to Chelsea, either Chelsea or Arsenal. If it eventually happens, To me, that would be a better deal. For example, if Osimhen get opportunity to get to Arsenal, I think that would be a very fantastic one, a very good one for him. And if Arsenal be able to add they like a player like Osimhen in their centre forward, obviously Arsenal will be a team to beat in the Premier League. But I, I, I doubt if it will eventually happen. But for Osimhen to be, I'm sure Osimhen leaving Napoli probably by the end of summer, but not in this year.
January, yeah, absolutely. All right. Of course, yesterday it was revealed that Hazard had quit international football, and it looks like some people are not happy about it. Of course, former United legend Roy Keane, for him, has criticized uh, Hazard's retirement, and of course, and he said, look, his problems at Madrid, like we tried to explain the other day, he said, look, his problem at Madrid were caused by him. Like he said, you can't turn up for preseason overweight as a football player. He wonders what he was doing during his rest days, and you turn up during for resumption of the season, and you are completely out of shape. And getting back into his shape became a problem for him. And he said, look, Hazard, you're a fantastic player, but you showed your quality in 3-4 years, but there are players who have done it for the past 10, 12, 15 years. So for him,
and they are still doing it.
and they're still doing it. So he said for him, fantastic player, but he won't rank Hazard among his top 10 players who have ever played in the Premier League.
Well, that's his view, and you can sometimes looking at the person of Rocky, you can question his analysis. Obviously, so you tend to agree with him, like the picture before this, or like the picture before these pictures. You clearly see that I was still trying to misquote either Naroni because he was too obviously over heavy and overweight. But just like we tried to I said the other day, even some people were blaming Madrid for being responsible for his not fit to play. But also, Rocky has also had another argument to it, and a whole lot of players sometimes, in as much as some of us who enjoy players see the player play on the pitch and hate their name, only God knows how much them themselves put in behind the scene for them to keep fit and to stay in shape. The whole most of them, if they tell what they were, it is not easy. Sometimes we see they decide, we sit down, decide that, oh, why? If you see the kind of hard work,
Of course.
some of them you may see that they have a rest time. After playing the match, they don't have much time. Like somebody was even say, I don't know, but like Ronaldo, for instance, apart from the training, the team training equipment, Ronaldo has a special training center. He has his own personal staff, psychology physicians who are managing it. So those of them invested a lot in themselves. Just to keep themselves fit. So you can't, if you're a player, you can't just go out of the season, you go away and enjoy yourself, drink all sorts of things to drink, and then you came out as if thinking that you are returned to a politician, so not mind that you are still an athlete.
Exactly. All right, so our final story before we leave, of course, it's about Lionel Messi. There have been speculations that at the end of the MLS season, he might return to Barcelona on loan before the MLS season resumes again. But clearly, that report has been rubbish. Said, look, Messi is not going anywhere on loan. Actually, Barcelona president Romeo actually said that too, but he said it's going to be really difficult, especially with the financial situation of Barcelona. Bringing him on loan is almost impossible. But I mean, for Barcelona and Lionel Messi, those speculations continue to arise every now and then.
Barcelona Messi story rumors can never die off. As far as got the two, in as much as anywhere Messi, he still have Barcelona himself in him and have love in him. It's not if it eventually happened, it's not the Messi that started at the same team. Beckham did when he was playing for elements. If you recall, when he was moved to Inter Miami elements league. Sometimes off season he go to AC Milan to train with AC Milan, play for AC Milan. Then when the season will resume. So if it happened under Messi, I will not be surprised. It's not the first person. It has happened before, but just like you say, because of the Barcelona financial condition, either it will be also going to happen, but I don't think Inter Miami will allow that to happen. Because if they allow that to happen, they may lose Messi.
I think the only way Messi will return one day to Barca will be maybe as a director,
or as a coaching
official,
star, as an
exactly.
official, not as a player again.
Yes, exactly.
Or if you see him playing Barcelona, maybe an
exhibition match.
Exhibition match.
Yes, definitely. All right, we draw the curtain on today's edition of Sports Orbit. Hopefully, we're back tomorrow with another exciting episode. Thank you for being in the studio once again.
Thank you.
Until come your way, do have a wonderful time. My name is Afa Acho. And it's bye for now.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Leadership TV, God and Country.